Here back with another video. Yesterday I ranked some of Isaiah Rashad's songs on his albums, Sylvia Demo and The Sun's Tirade, and it was fun to do that. Now I want to talk about some TDE album ranking. This one's old, so it doesn't have The House Is Burning on it, and it doesn't have Mr. Morale on it. First, at some point, I am gonna do an updated one, but right now, this is what I want to roll with. Yes, the Mr. Morale. I'll go ahead and say it. One of my favorite, probably my favorite Kendrick album. I mean, I don't even know why, but it's up there. So The House Is Burning, I'll put that at a top tier, maybe very good. Two great albums, but there's something about that Mr. Morale. It's just great. But this says Black Hippy. Isaiah Rashad is not part of Black Hippy, so that's a L for the creator. But I've listened to all of these albums. Some of these didn't age well, I'm going to be honest. Some of them did, and I think that's going to be a pretty important factor in what I am judging and what I'm not judging. So let's go ahead and get started, man. First, we're going to start with Good Kid, Mad City. Actually, let me go ahead and just get the ones that are pretty obvious out the way. These two, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. I already talked about Kendrick already. Y'all can go ahead and check out the video link in the description below, where I pretty much explain like the Kendrick albums and how I really feel about them. But Good Kid, Mad City is a great story. It almost brought back, not brought back, it changed how skits are used in rapping, and it almost gave you like that story arc, showing this kid, this good kid, grew up in this mad city. Yeah, I know that was corny, but yeah, I enjoy both of these albums. And then you go to like To Pimp a Butterfly, not really a like traditional rap album, but adding jazz influences, changing how rap is. These two albums are albums that I feel like, as a rap fan, you have to listen to. They're two completely different albums, but they're just strong, man. Just great albums. I really do enjoy them. So yeah, I already talked about that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put Damn at very good. And then I want to put Section 80 at top tier. Damn, again, I'm already talked about that. That's in the video, as well as Section 80. But I feel like for Damn to be the weakest Kendrick album, in my opinion, that shit is still great. I still return to Element. For some reason, I like Ya a lot on that album. I don't know why, but just the way I already talked about it. Go ahead and check out the video. Same thing with Section 80. Now let's go ahead and get to some new stuff. Actually, let me go ahead and put this top tier. I don't know. I think I like this album more. I'm gonna stick with this right now. I just talked about these two yesterday. Go check that out. Also, link in the description below. A whole different impact, like for me. So yeah. Now, I do want to go ahead and talk about Habits and Contradictions. You saw hints of Schoolboy Q's talent, I felt like, on this album with the first track, Sacrilegious. Great track. There He Go, Hands on the Wheel. Those are two more, I want to say, mainstream songs. Oxy Music, interesting tracks. I Hate and Joint, definitely a smooth track. I think it's sort of, it was a precursor to what studio was, in my opinion. Tukey Knows, a very grimy. For some reason, that song also gets stuck in my head. That na 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 na. For some reason, that just gets stuck. Groove Line, another a very smooth track. Smooth track by Schoolboy. Another one. Just again, another precursor to what Studio was and did for his brand. I think it's a very solid start, and I'm gonna put that at good. It's a good track. Crash Talk. It's interesting. Let me go ahead and I already have like the track list up here. There are highlights on this, and then like there are also lowlights. There's a couple songs on here. It's very mainstream. I feel like he did a lot of mainstream-esque stuff to it. I don't think it really aged that well. I don't like the Chopstick song. Num Num Juice is great. 5200, Floating. Black Folk is okay. My two favorite tracks are Crash and Attention. Those two songs are excellent to me. Those two are the only 10s I feel like on the album. The rest is 7.5 and below. So I think that it's an average to good album. I don't think it's bad at all, but for now we're going to have this sit here. Yeah. Do what thou wilt. I am an Absol fan. I can definitely say that. He's definitely a deep thinker type of rapper. Bars for sure. I think I can actually move this up to very good. I don't think it's as good as Damn, but there are tracks on here. There are bars on here that have you thinking. One of my favorite songs on here is actually Evil Genius. I don't know why, just that smooth, I'm an evil genius, something, something, villain who hate the love. Great song. Lonely Soul also, with Punch. Punch is a great rapper, but I'm a lonely soul. It's just, do you want my dear? Just that beat gets stuck in your head, and then you got the Beat the Case, Portishead, Invocation, Threatening Nature. Great songs. Huey Knew Then. Braille, Raw Backwards on All You Rappers. War. That's a great track. I think Absol does well when he is just throwing bars at you, rapping on interesting beats, having you think. He is definitely one of those rappers that will say something, and then like you'll have to listen to the album one or two more times to catch everything. And sometimes I need to have like the lyrics up to really catch everything, and I enjoy that. Sometimes definitely great album. I think the problem is, well, I'm gonna get to it soon, but these days I don't really like that album. It's a very average album. It's okay. There are some songs I can take from it. I don't know what he was going for. I like Tree of Life. I like Dubsack. I like Never Mind That. Ride Slow. But other than that, I thought the album was fine, but there are a few songs on there that are good, but I don't know. I feel like he could have done better. But that was also following control system, which I will get to that later. Yeah, just another okay track to me. Not really much else to really say on that one. Schoolboy Q has two more here. Oxymoron. I enjoy this one. This, I feel like, is a very good one. I think it's a little bit better than Didn't Do What I Will, I think. It might even be better than Damn. There's a couple tracks on here that I think are better written. You notice like the growth from Habits and Contradictions to Oxymoron. I was actually just listening to it earlier. Even just the first 3 or 4 songs. No, the first 5 or 6. Gangsta, Way to Start It, Los Awesome, a Schoolboy Q. He was rapping on it. Love the beat. J-Rock carried the song in my opinion. Just how he was rapping. I mean, well, not carrying the song, but I think he had a great verse. Collard Greens, catchy track, catchy beat. Him and Kendrick just flow off of like together perfectly. What They Want, more of that hard, grimy, definitely a child of Tukey Nose from Habits and Contradictions. Just that grimy rapping. Hoover Street, a very interesting story. It's like it could be a Good Kid from on Good Kid, Mad City if it was a bit darker. So I really do enjoy that song. Studio. I'm just sitting in the studio trying to get to you, babe. Good song. I think it's a good pop song. I mean, I don't know if it's a good radio hit. I enjoyed him rapping on it. Of course, his smooth gangster rap style is great to me. But I'm a huge fan of BJ the Chicago Kid. He's great. Prescription / Oxymoron. I think it's a cool song. I think that's sort of when I get turned off. And then I start really getting back into it with Blind Threats is a good rap song. Like a bare bones rap song. But Hell of a Night, Break the Bank, Man of the Year. Those 3 songs are definitely pop. Well, not pop. Radio single sounding songs. And they are good party songs, I feel like. But His and Her Friend, or His or Her Fiend, that song right there, I don't know what it is. Again, there are some tracks where I just don't understand why I like it, but you know, Q gonna drop that funky shit. You know, Q gonna speak that real. How you not like me? How you not want me? How you out your feelings? We good for the jump. It's the first of the month. He's talking about talking about pills. How this is something he needs. This is something she needs. It's the first of the month, so you gotta re-up. And I think that is when I think all of these tracks led up to, I think, his best project. And I think one of TDE's best projects. Where do I want to put this one? Blank Face. Ooh, Blank Face. Creativity. Something you would not expect from this guy. Torch. Starting off fire. Lord have mercy. Please don't tell me on a Sunday. Oh, wow. Lord gonna get them on Monday. Lord have mercy. Never, ever get caught telling them my niggas I'm a gangbanger, deadbeat, father, and drug dealer. Oh, man, that track is so tough. That part is cool. Kanye was funny on it. But then he goes to Groovy Tony and Eddie Kane with Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss said, I'm running with the rebels. 3-man weave between the Lord and the devil. Oh, man. And then once once the beat switches, even after like a great track with Groovy Tony and then it switches to Eddie Kane, Schoolboy Q is just rapping. Know You're Wrong. Whoa. Another great song. Say words can't express what you do to me when you appear. And no blind see my love is the party. Oh man. Something about that song. Ride Out with Vince Staples. Great track. How those two feed off of each other. Excellent. Whatever You Want. I don't really like that song. It's cool. Same thing with By Any Means. You can fuck my beat, you can have my hoe. It's okay. But then it just Dope Dealers, John Muir, Big Body's okay, but Never Change, Straight Ballin', Black Thoughts, Blank Face, Overtime is cool. And then you get the Tukey Nose too. Those, man, that run, one of the best runs on TDE. One of the most slept on runs, I feel like, on TDE. I might need to move this over. I still think the Section 8 is a great track, album, but something about this Blank Face. It's genius, you know? And I don't really use that lightly, because I'm pretty hard on artists, because I know, especially with Schoolboy Q, we all felt like this was coming. It was some sort of build up. Again, with Habits and Contradictions, you can see the talent, you can see the growth, and then going to Oxymoron, you can see it. There was no other way but this. Now, I felt like it didn't sell well, but the backpack rappers, the artistic ones, the people who enjoy that type of rap, put this on a different type of pedestal. Again, arguably one of the best albums from TDE, easily. I think it's top 5, obviously. But man, that Blank Face, I might need to listen to it again later. Absol, Control Systems. There's a lot to be said about that project. Be it that's his second project under TDE. Solo Ho was okay. Track 2 was cool. Then you get to Bohemian Grove, Terrorist Threats, Pineal Gland, Double Standard. I felt like it was okay. Tired of living by the double standard. It's okay. I like Mixed Emotions. Sopa. Solo Taught Me. Lust Demons. Illuminate. I'm probably all alone on this one. A Rebellion. Show Love. Empathy. I got $700 from my last show. Nothing Sometimes. Beautiful Death. The Book of Soul, one of the saddest songs on TDE. Definitely just in general, one of the saddest songs ever. Talking about his longtime girlfriend. Just, y'all need to go listen to this album. It's a strong, I think it'll change your life. And I don't really say that lightly. It does change your life. Even Black Lip Bastard remix with like the rest of like Black Hippy, but I'm gonna go listen to this song later too. This album later too. Control System, man, that I think. So I got onto Absol with Do What Thou Wilt. I've heard some of his features, and then I was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And then of course I've heard Illuminate. That was on GTA, and once I heard Do What Thou Wilt, I thought I was like, hey, there's something there. So then I went back to this one. Oh man, I don't know how he's gonna top that. And you sort of notice a thing with TDE, but I'll explain it later. J-Rock, So I listened to this project maybe twice. Let me go ahead and pull up the track list. You ain't gotta like it, but the hood gonna love it. Follow Me Home. I like Hood Gonna Love It. Everything else sounds dated. I like Say What's Up also. That's a great posse track. All My Life is good, I guess. I don't like Will I Am, but I might liked how Lil Wayne was on it. It sounded dated, so I really didn't enjoy it as much as I probably could have when I did listen to it, because I really did get onto J-Rock a bit late. I actually started with we're just listening to some of his features, but 90059. Oh man, I think. I don't know. And I feel like I'm holding Section 80 because it's a good album. Some people say it's his best, but god dang. And I sort of want to move Control Systems up. I low-key want to move this up too. Oh. Let's go ahead and break this down real quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably have to redo this a little bit later. I think after, but 90059. Necessary. Starting off hard. Easy Bake. This shit fresh out the oven. Oh man, and how he was just switching it up with Kendrick, how they were passing it back to each other. SZA was great too. Itching for something like that. But this shit fresh out the oven. That shit's so tough. Gumbo was great. You wanna ride, you wanna roll down the ride. Oh man, that J-Rock. Oh man, wanna ride with I wish I had an Isaiah Rashad verse, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with how he was just like the chorus, cause that raspy singing voice was perfect on the track. The Ways is cool. That's the way. On my hotline, that's the way. And Sir is dope, of course. Telegram going crazy. That one's okay. But 90059, the title track. Talk about gruff, nasty, dirty. It's a dirty beat. He's rapping on it. Take my mind on it. Almost that old dirty bastard voice. I don't know why Nick can't fucking with me. Oh man, it's a different type of I guess power like behind what he is saying, behind how he is saying it, behind how he's rapping it. Woo. I'm gonna go listen to that later too. Vice City, the Obama Flow. Great track. All of them were great. I think Schoolboy Q had the best verse on there, but people are asleep on the Ab-Soul verse as well. One day I'm gonna do a top 10, maybe top 5, just Black Hippy songs just in general from their crew. One day I'll do that. Fly on the Wall is dope. With Busta Rhymes. Money Tree Deuce, of course, it's not as great as the first one, but J-Rock was just rapping on it, and it was a smoother kill. Like, he was, I think that's, oh man, I am gonna listen to this again later. Same thing with like The Message, just a great track, you know. But dang, man, that 90059, just that griminess. Oh, dude. Every single one of these artists has had a masterpiece, in my opinion. You could argue one of these two could be generational. I think that generational is a hard thing to be. I think this could go down. And I think these two could go down because I don't think that these would be albums that would be something that you would have to listen to. I think this one's arguable. Same thing with this one. But there's something to be said that all of these artists have an album that is just damn near a 10. That's hard to say. Everybody from Black Hippy has almost had a 10 album. Kendrick had 2 of them, I feel like. Schoolboy Q with Blank Face. Absol with Control System. J-Rock with 90059. I mean, if there are some tracks on there that are okay, but the highs are just excellent album. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to this later. And then we go to like Redemption. I think it's the best, very good one. You could argue it being a top tier, but it's definitely more of it's a more smooth J-Rock. But again, it starts off with the bloodiest. I like, it's like, for what it's worth, it's cool, but Knockoff is a dancey track, I feel like. Top off. No. Yeah. Where the cash at? I enjoy that song. ES Tells, great. I got the drink, I got the blunt in rotation. Good song. Tap Out with Jeremiah. It's okay. OSOM, a good song with J. Cole. I think that J. Cole had a great verse on there. King's Dead with Future. Funny song, of course. Troopers. Me and my name popping in my baby. Great track. Broke Plus Minus. That's another good song. I feel like Wow Freestyle. Again, more J-Rock and Kendrick. They feed off of each other just great. Redemption. That's a good way to slow it down to the ending. With Win is a great ending. I'm glad that they got the bag. I think that was which finals are that? I think that was the 2018-2019 finals, the NBA that was on there. A great track. And then like they added 2 songs at the end, which I really thought was cool, but man, those few all the way, man. Just J-Rock, solid projects all around. I don't think he has a trash project. And then we're gonna go ahead and end it off with Long-Term Mentality. This was Absol's first project under the label, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up the track list. When I first started getting into Absol, I would go ahead and listen to a few of these songs here and there. They're definitely dated. There's definitely some datedness in there. But there's also some hidden gems. I feel like Real Thinkers, Nothing New is great. Top Dog, Underdog, one of my favorites. Everything else is okay. So I think that this is a good average project. Yeah, I think it's a good average project. Generational, these two. I feel comfortable with that. Top tier. God, I hate that I had to put these there because they're not technically part of Black Hippy, but great tracks nonetheless. Arguably, 2 of these, they could be up here. I could see an argument for this being one of his best albums as well. Great album. These, I like where these are. I think Damn is a bit better than this one, but you could switch these. I think this is the only, I guess, safe, good project. You could maybe make an argument to put this up here, but I like how it's average right here with all these. This could be considered bad. But Yeah, I like this better right here. But yes, tell me what you guys think down below. Tell me what you guys' favorite TDE albums are. There's a couple of new artists that they added. That can maybe shake this up a little bit with Reason. I feel like Reason is sort of corny, but he has a few tracks that I enjoy. They need to watch out for the Rayvon dude as well as the Dolce. I think that those two are very good additions, and I think that they're great artists. But right now, I like this. I would put House is Burning. I would have to put House is Burning at very good. I think all of these are better. And then you can put House is Burning right here, maybe in the bottom of the top tier. Mr. Morale. I think it's a top tier one right now, right here. If we're not being objective, but I think it's my favorite Kendrick album right now, and I put that up here as well. Man, Kendrick had quite a bit of generational ones. You could argue put this up there too. I think when all said and done, Kendrick might be the best artist. Like when it's all said and done, every single one of his albums sound different. This is not a Kendrick video. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, go ahead and check the 2 links down below. More to come, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.